Hello guys, and welcome back to another video from me. And in today's video I'm going to do a special series of videos talking about the history of the Power Rangers action figures, and that is only I'm only going to talk about the original figures, the movie figures, and the ninja figures, which are basically the figures that came out for season 1, 2, and 3 of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, I recently did a video, I think a couple of months ago, on these figures, but I want to redo it because I was not happy with the quality actually. And like I said, I want to redo it. So basically it's going to be a mini series of reviews on my channel, basically a 3-part review that talks about the figures here, the 6 Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figures. And as you guys can see right in front of you, you have the original 6. So we have Billy the Blue Ranger, Jason the Red Ranger, Trini the Yellow Ranger, Kimberly the Pink Ranger, and Zach the Black Ranger. And then later on, Tommy, aka the Green Ranger, joined the team, which is basically in somewhat like the 16th to 20th episode of the first season, which we were introduced to the Green Ranger, which was basically Rita Repulsa had a plan. Rita is the bad guy in Power Rangers. She had a plan to destroy the Rangers by creating her own Ranger. So, and it's like a mini-series, like a 5-part mini-series of episodes. And it was called Green with Evil because she created an evil Ranger, which was the Green Ranger. But then, of course, eventually the team kind of convinced him to join them, and they joined forces to fight Rita in the show, basically. But anyways, here you have the original 6 figures that came out in 1993 and 1994, something in that kind of era. These are the original ones, and then they did a change up in season 2, but I'll get to that in just a second. But all of these figures are complete, and I really like them. Let's say we take a look at Billy here. Billy the Blue Ranger. It's not in the best condition, as you guys can see. These are played with, of course, but I do have them, and I'm very happy that I do have them. And I have multiple of each, so in some regards the paint is better on one figure and then the other, and then some parts are yellow and whatnot. But there you go, Billy with the Triceratops logo on the front. He has his Power Lance weapons, and he of course comes with the Power Blaster or the Power Gun that can kind of transform into Power Sword. It's basically all the figures come with this blaster, and they all come with their each individual weapons, which is really cool. And then all the figures are basically the same color, as you the same like deco and outfit, as you guys can see. All of them have like the same pattern on them. It's just one solid color mixed with the white, and you have that for all of them. And articulation on these figures is also not the best. These guys don't have any head articulation, but they are older figures, so for what they are, they're actually pretty decent. They have like ball hinge shoulders. They have elbows that basically go up and down, but they also swivel. There's like a cut joint here, which is great. There's no articulation in the wrists, there is no articulation in the waist, there is knee articulation, and there is hip articulation. Just can't go forward and back, but that's about it. But actually for 1993 it's not that bad, and these were the first figures released from Power Rangers, so I'm quite happy with these figures overall. So we took a look at Billy. Let's take a look at Jason here real quickly. And you got Jason. I really like this head sculpt actually, and he comes with the Power Sword. It's like a Power Sword, yeah. Looks good. All these weapons are nicely detailed as well, so that's something I really do like. But again, you can't really tell the Tyrannosaurus logo. You just can't tell that all too well because it faded away over the years. But still, the rest of the outfit is just red, and you can see some missing paint. But that's just basically what happens after years of playing with, I guess. But I got most of my figures from yard sale. So then we have Zach the Black Ranger with the Mammoth Sword logo on his chest. Like I said, the Black Ranger, you got the black and the white pattern there. He has the Power Axe with, again, a blaster there as well. Something that I really like are the belt buckles on these figures. They are silver with the nice red like it should represent the Morpher with the power coin in it, but you can't really tell it's a power coin. But still, it's really cool that they did that. So we got the Black Ranger. Then we have Trini, the Yellow Ranger. Unfortunately, the actress that played Trini did die. I think in 2001, I believe, something like that. The actress did pass away in a car accident, I believe. So that's really unfortunate. So, but we got her here with the saber-tooth tiger logo on the front, and this is basically one of my best figures that I own in terms of like condition. And she comes with the power. It's not a lance or a mace, just power daggers. I believe the daggers. That's what they call. So we got her. She doesn't want to fall here. There you go. And then going to Kimberly. Again, a pretty decent head sculpt, I'd say. And she has the pterodactyl logo there. And she has like a little hairband as well, a pink one. She comes with the power bow. And that is also the weapon that connects all of these weapons into the power blaster. So I'm gonna do that as well. But so we got Kimberly as well. And then we have Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, which was always been my favorite figure, and I'm so happy because the actor who played Tommy Oliver, which is Jason David Frank, now I think he's most famous for MMA stuff and whatnot and fighting sports, but the actor is going to make his first debut at a Comic-Con here in Belgium, and that's going to be Comic-Con Brussels in February. And I really, really want to go. I really want to meet Jason David Frank in person. I'm definitely going to do that because he was my favorite character in the show. And to me, he was like a childhood hero. I love the Green Ranger. So absolutely going there to get his autograph or a picture or whatnot. So there you go, Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger with his golden like chest armor. Let's say that. Comes with the Dragon Dagger, which is basically his flute to summon the Dragon Sword. Now, I extensively did a review on all of the Zords from season 1, 2, 3, or from season 1. Yeah, from season 1. So I did an extensive review on all of that. But here you go, you got an extra figure here that I put here. You can see the Dragon Sword logo, but now you can see the Tommy Oliver head sculpt. So there you go, again, the green and white, really, really cool. So we do have that. Got this nice team here of figs. There you go. And then what happened was when season 2 arrived, they basically removed 3 characters from the show. They basically replaced them with other actors. I guess there was like a payment issue, or they wanted more money for their roles, but they just didn't get it. So they changed the actors up. So they did change Trini to Aisha. They changed Jason to Rocky, and they chased Zach to Adam. So there was 3 different actors all of a sudden in season 2, but it was a nice like storyline in the show itself. So it really created like a power transfer, you know, like in the show, I guess they had to go away from the town that they were living in to some other place to go like something for school, I guess. I don't know exactly anymore. So they basically transferred their powers to other characters on the show, which we were introduced to. And they also made figures of these guys. So we have 3 figures here. I'm gonna put them here. Here you go. And this is kind of horrible lighting. There you go. The 3 here right in front of you. We have Adam as the Black Ranger, then we have Rocky as the Red Ranger, and Aisha as the Yellow Ranger. So they basically replaced these 3 to compensate, I guess, for the other actors that just didn't want to be a part of Power Rangers anymore. And all 3, again, the same. They also come with the blaster. They also come with the same weapons. It's just the head sculpt that are different. So you got all of, it's basically just the same. So I'm gonna put them here next to each other, making a nice display. So here you go, you got a nice team here already, huh? So the last transfer that they did on the show, which was basically replacing the Green Ranger with the White Ranger. Now, Power Rangers is based on a Super Sentai show from Japan, so the footage from them fighting is basically recovered from a Japanese show, and the stuff that they filmed with the actors is actually American footage. The White Ranger actually came from a different Super Sentai show, so not the original one which Power Rangers was based upon, but it was just the later season. So they did replace Green Ranger, and the storyline was basically that the powers of the Green Ranger were only temporarily in the show because of Rita made like a green candle, and that basically drained his powers. And then Tommy Oliver reappeared in the show in season 2. I think it was after they replaced the other actors with the 2-part episode White Light. So it was a new Power Ranger that Zordon was creating, and or new suit, and basically they replaced him, the Green Ranger, with the White Ranger on the show. So beautiful, beautiful figure. I absolutely love the sculpt on this one. I am really impressed with this sculpt. He also has a very different weapon. He only came with one weapon, which is his Saba sword, which you can store in the holster there next to his belt. But I love the helmet sculpt. I love that. But it is from a totally different Super Sentai show, and I forgot the name. I know the original one is based on Z Ranger, but the other one is like Die Ranger. I don't know exactly, but they did change it up. This is also one of my better ones that I do own, actually, in terms of condition. So it looks really good. It looks really white. I love all the details on the armor. Everything looks super, super nice. So overall, they did have some changes in the show, but as you can see, there are some nice figures here of the original Power Rangers. So that's basically like part 1 of the retrospective here. I'm gonna do quickly, just make the power blaster and show that off, and then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do like one last shot, and then I'm gonna do the other portion. So stay tuned. Okay guys, here you have it. I transformed all the Rangers, and that's something that I forgot to explain. So let's say we take this guy over here, the Green Ranger Tommy. And basically what you do to morph him is basically you get this buckle, you press it down, and there you go, you get the Automorph sequence. I forgot to show that, but there you go. But I'm gonna quickly show the helmets off here because I forgot, obviously. So Green Ranger helmet, you guys did see. Black Ranger, really nice actually. Yellow Ranger is one that I really like. The saber-tooth tiger helmet. Going to the Blue Ranger here, really nice. And then we have the Red Ranger, Jason's, and then we have Kimberly as the Pink Ranger. So you got all the helmets here, the helmeted head sculpts here right in front of you, and I basically stripped them down of their weapons to create the power blaster. So basically what this is, and you can tell from the side, it's basically the axe, and then you get the bow on top, and then you get the sword on top, and then from this side underneath you basically attach one of each part of the power lance on one side, and then one of the power dagger on the other side. So basically that is it's how you create the power blaster. And what they did was basically Jason held this in his hand, and as a team they kind of grouped them together, so basically putting their hand on each other's shoulders, and then they would shoot the monster and would destroy. So the power blaster would be a very strong weapon in the show overall. So there you go guys, there you have it. This was my first part of the Power Rangers Automorph original vintage Power Rangers retrospective series basically. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be back with part 2 very soon, where we're going to talk about the metallic Rangers. So stay tuned.